All right. We tried to go live, but it didn't seem to work so well because we've got a couple things that didn't pan out. So, needless to say, I'm solo here and I don't have my partner, Tim Gillette, because as you know, we have decided he has things he's doing. And plus, he was helping me get this podcast going because this is kind of my baby, so to speak. I really love doing podcasts, and he's helped this little birdie go on her own. So if you saw our last one, then you'll know what this one pertains to. And as you can see, we are the Business G Spot podcast. And as you can see, we have sponsors, including Tim as our sponsor. So thank you, Tim, for continuing to sponsor the show. Like I said, this is kind of recording. It's not really going live. It's what we were hoping to, but we'll get it all dialed in so that it will go live the next one. So today, what I thought I'd talk about, and we're not going to go as long as we normally do in regards to an hour, because I think kind of that's a little too long. We all have a lot of time, and we don't have a lot of time, I should say, in regards to business and time. It is what it is. So we're going to only go, hopefully no longer than about 30 minutes or so today. But what I really wanted to discuss with you today is AI. I know it's a big thing. A lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people have been trying to figure out what's going on with AI, where everything is with it, and if you're utilizing it properly. And I know that most people know as the Chat GPI is the AI, but there's a lot of other options out there for helping you with images, blogging, all kinds of things. So I thought today what I really wanted to discuss with you is how to best utilize AI, and a couple things that I'm sure you're asking yourself if you're in these positions. First of all, I wanted to talk and just let you know and keep this in mind that when you're using AI, essentially it is going across all of the internet and regurgitating all of that information that's already out there. And based on what you're asking, it is going to come back with that information. With that in mind, know this, that a lot of the information that's out there has already been used, has either been used in a blog, has been used in a newsletter, has been used on some type of email or website, whatever that may be. It has been used somewhere online, and that's where AI is regurgitating it from. So with that in mind, I want to implore upon you that when you're using AI, you have to think of that and the copyright infringements, because a lot of people are getting in trouble for this. And it's kind of like one of those gray type of areas where, okay, if it's public domain and it's on the internet, then can anybody have access to it? I mean, can it truly be copyrighted infringements? Yes, it can. And here's how a lot of businesses are getting around it. They have other pieces out there that are AI apps that are going through, and it's protecting the information they want to protect on their website, so that when Chat GPT goes out and they look at information to come back with answers for your prompt, they're not going to get a lot of information on some areas, and other areas they might. And the problem with this in lies too, that a lot of people are saying, well, okay, that's fine and dandy, but if I still want some information, and then a lot of people are starting to go on their websites where AI is getting its information, how am I going to get the info if they're not allowing it for even Chat GPT to go in and do their AI bit and going to get the information? So how am I actually going to get my information answered from AI? Good question. And that is something that this is still new. It's still a new format, and it's still something that is like the wild, wild west when it came to the internet in the first place. It's still something that we're going through in the growing pains. So eventually down the line, I'm sure they'll work this out. But anytime you're getting something from Chat GPT, you always want to ensure that there's not copyright infringements. And the number one thing too is you shouldn't be copy and pasting exactly what you're getting. I mean, I realize that you don't have a lot of time in the day, and that is the main reason why you're there, is to try and get the information. But copying and pasting, I mean, let's face it, you're going to get in trouble. And part of that too is what a lot of people are doing is they're going in and they're trying to get information in regards to social media posts, and they're just simply copy and pasting. And then they're wondering, gosh, I wonder why my social posts are not doing so well. Why is it they're going towards the bottom? Well, Google algorithm knows that you have copy and pasted information that you most likely got through Chat GPT or another AI, whichever that may be. They know that. So because they know that, now they're going in and saying, okay, really, you just copy and pasted it and just posted it up there. Sorry, not going to do so well. So you still have to do some writing when it comes to AI. Keeping in mind too that when you're doing the AI and the chat and so forth, you want to make sure that you're looking through everything and then you're still putting your own spin on it and you're still doing your own writing. So that kind of ties into where a lot of people have been saying, well, aren't copywriters and marketers, and social media planners and managers and so forth kind of going to lose their job because of AI? Well, some cases maybe, but in a lot of cases, no. Because the thing is you still need to write. And like Tim and I alluded on a past episode that we had in regards to AI, you still need to write. You still need to finesse that text and make it your own. So you're still going to need copywriters to either help you with that or do that yourself. And you're still going to need to do that when it comes to your social media and printing that out and getting those things out there as well. So I don't necessarily think that we're going to lose a lot of those positions, but I did read an interesting article that stated that if there are going to be positions that might feasibly go away, maybe not necessarily on just the online realm, but that might feasibly go away that are the physical realm, that may be some of the, I don't know, fast food places, some of the grocery stores. As you can see, most of the time when you're going into places, you're having self-checkout. So those might go away. But the one thing that I thought was quite interesting that it said in this article, and I will put it in the resources later for you, is that middle management may go away. Because they say that with middle management, they're looking at the analytics, they're looking at the stats and what their companies' employees are doing based on what they're doing for the day, what projects they're working on, and so forth. And a lot of AI might be able to do that where they may not need the middle management to do that for them. So that may be one thing that may possibly go away, but AI is so new and it's still such a baby when it's coming out of, let's say, the egg, so to speak, that we still don't really know what jobs will even go away if they do altogether. And that's something that we're going to have to see what happens down the line. But I do know this, that if you're looking at your job and you're looking at ways to increase your knowledge in the AI realm or even in the tech realm, because they state that if you want something that's going to be a new job out there and that's going to be a new possibility, then maybe it's best that you look into AI and that you start to look at maybe the possibilities of becoming a programmer or possibly looking at some other options for you so that you can be a part of this AI realm. But, everybody has what they want to do and the tips that they want to do and their path in regards to their business path, in regards to how you're going to make money. And that's part of AI, is how are you going to make money with AI? Now, granted, there's a lot of people out there that are making a lot of money with AI, but there's a lot of things that you want to look at. How can you implement AI for your business? What are the things you can look at that you can utilize for your business that AI may help you do that you're doing now that you really don't have the time to do? And another question that it also states is, are we going to be able to have, is it going to take over, should I say, VAs, virtual assistants? Is it going to be able to do most of the job they're doing? That depends. It depends on the business you're doing. It depends on what you're looking to have provided for your virtual assistant. It just depends. So I know AI is brand new, and I know AI has a lot of opportunities for people out there, but it's a matter of looking into it and seeing how it can utilize, or how you can utilize it for your business. Now, like I alluded to, the number one thing is helping you write. Okay, so you're not a writer. You don't like to write in general. So you type in some of prompts that you want to type in with ChatGPT, but then you have to be, just like with search engines, you have to be very specific on what it is you want to get back from that prompt. So for instance, let's say you want to write a blog. You want to write a blog about business in your industry. So you're going to have to be very specific in regards to what you're asking to get back, so that at least you have a starting point. And this is the key with AI. It's a starting point. It's not to copy and paste. It's not to say, okay, here I am, I'm done, copy, paste, done, all done. You still, like I said, you want to put your spin on it, but part of that piece is that you want to make sure that you're typing in the right response, so that you're going to get what you want back and be able to utilize the information and make it your own. So let's say like you want something that's for a blog in your industry. Let's say like you're in the real estate industry. There's a lot of realtors out there. You want to be different than the rest of them out there. So maybe you might want to type in the prompt, I want a blog that is a tip for for homeowners. What are the key things that they should be looking for before they even look at buying a house? And what are the key things when they're looking at a house that they want to put on their list of what we can compromise, what we need for sure, and what we can do without? That's going to be more specific. And it's probably most likely going to give you a list of things. And it might go into a little bit of explanation depending on where they're grasping the information. But you might, at least you're going to have a list, and at least you're going to have something to start with. And with that, at least you can go in and you can start to finesse it to make it your own. And that's when you're starting to look at the words and saying, oh, okay, this is a great topic, or maybe I can change this around a little bit. So the more specific you are, just like I said with the search engine, the better off you are going to get in regards to an AI prompt, I should say. And the more you're going to get back and be able to make it your own. Now, part of this too is a lot of people don't like writing. So that's when you start to look at copywriters and virtual assistants. A lot of times they have copywriters in place, or you possibly look at people that do what I do in regards to website designs, because a lot of times you can ask your website designer, do you do copyright? Do you do the copy? Sometimes they don't. We happen to do that, but not everybody does. Plus, we'll also help you write your blog and your social media posts. Not everybody does that. So it's something you want to check into, and it's something that, do you truly want to do? Is this something you want to do, or you want someone else to do it for you? Keeping in mind, you still want to put your spin on it, and that spin is you. You're the one that's writing it. You're the one that's putting it out there to your audience. And that is, like we've talked before, that's the key when you're coming into any type of blog or text or anything that you're doing. It has to do with putting your spin on it. So we kind of covered copy infringements when it comes to AI. Don't copy and paste. AI is essentially to get you started, so that way at least you have a place to start and you have something to at least put out there, so that way you can start writing with your industry in mind and your audience in mind. Also, we talked about possible lost jobs of AI that we're not quite sure about, and that's going to be remain to be seen. Some people have one thing, some people have another, depending on the analyst that you speak to or read. It just depends. But I do want to give you a couple of resources that might help you. One of them that I found a lot of this information on when I went online and read about AI in general is ZDNet. That's Z as in zebra, D as in dog, net, net.com. They have a ton of information for you when it comes to not just AI, but a lot of technical questions you might be asking yourself for your phone, for your computers, for software that's out there, things that they've looked at and reviewed in regards to, does this software play nice with this, and so on and so forth. It's a really great resource, and I highly recommend that you sign up and become a part of their zdnet.com family, because once you sign up, they start to send you pieces in regards to technology and other things that you may be looking for. And it could help you with some of your own answers, as well as maybe help give some answers to some of your clients, depending on your industry. So like I said at the very beginning of this, I've gone solo. We'll see how this goes. But like with anything in regards to a podcast, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. Please know this doesn't happen overnight. And knowing that, just with this, we wanted to go live, but instead we're recording this and then we're going to be posting it to our social media posts, because for some reason we couldn't get it to go live, and there's just a few little tweaks we have to make. So we ask that you have patience with us as we move forward with this podcast on a solo. Know this, though, that I will be looking for speakers in the future, people that can help me with various different topics in regards to marketing and other things that you feel that our audience can relate to. No, that doesn't mean water. It means something having to do with business. So we will give you a link as well to send us information, so that if you're interested in becoming a host or becoming somebody that can speak on our podcast that can help people in regards to marketing and other business related entities or business related tips and life tips in general that we feel our audience can partake on, then by all means, we will welcome you to send us information and see if we can get you on the show. Keep this in mind too, that, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are trying to learn about technology in general. And so our goal for you as the person who's hopefully watching this podcast over and over again is to give you information, give you resources that can help you with your business, and also giving you some life stories that you may not have thought of before. Because as we know, life and business kind of intertwines. And so you always have an opportunity that something in life and something in business are always going to mesh together, or you'll get one little bit from one piece and learn something new. I will continue to also do my tidbits in regards to my quick tips on Facebook that I do every Friday. Now I'll be posting those every Friday. And then of course, this will be coming to you on Thursdays, hopefully live. I know this is a recording, but hopefully it'll be coming to you live as we work things out and we work out all the kinks. But I just know that on the back end, Tim was handling most of this. On the front end, I was handling some of it. So just so you know, still working the kinks out. This little birdie that's going solo, or I should say birdie, they go this way, not this way. This little birdie has gone solo, and this is the first podcast. So we hopefully will have a lot more coming to you, and hopefully get some more information. Like I said, if you have any questions or you want to see something that you want us to bring to you, our goal is to impart information to you that you can utilize, that you can use in your business. And we're hoping to do that, like I said, every Thursday live. This one's a recording, but hopefully every Thursday live. Those who are just posting in or just looking in, like I said, it's the business. I got to get my fingers right. The Business G-Spot podcast. Business G-Spot podcast. And as I always used to say at the end of our shows and so forth, have you found your G-Spot in regards to business? Are you working on getting that dream to come true. And hopefully, maybe we can help you along the way. So this is another episode, 75th episode, when it comes to our Business G Spot podcast. Please look for more, and next one will be live. This is just a simple one on a little update on AI and how you can utilize it and use it for your business. Hopefully you watch the whole thing. We've only been in for about 20 minutes, so this is a short one. I promise we'll have some more information for you on the next one, but our goal is to keep pushing these out there to you with one information or another that you can find helpful in your business and life. We hope you found this one helpful. Until next time, my name is Katrina Garcia, and I'm with KG Website Designs. And we hope that if you need website and content information, marketing, and so on and so forth, you give us a call. And we'll put our information there as well. So thanks for tuning in. Like I said, I apologize that this is a recording. We will be live next week as we get everything in the back end dialed in. Thanks for watching in. Take care, all.